Hey guys, Chris Cook in Nashville here. This is the pressure cooker I normally use, but today we're gonna test out this pressure cooker and we're gonna put these two head to head. Who's gonna win, the Instantpot or the Cosori? We're gonna find out today with a chuck roast on Chris Cook in Nashville. All right, y'all, there is the Cosori pressure cooker. I will say it looks fantastic. It's beautiful. It's a little bit lighter weight than the Instantpot. I don't know if that is going to make a difference or not in how one performs over the other, but we're gonna see. Pretty standard looking features. We'll open it up and we're gonna see what it looks like inside. We've got our lid, we've got our Cosori, we've got the internal pot where everything is actually gonna cook, and this has kind of almost like a non-stick looking coating, and it has a nice easy to read, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a nice easy to read line in there on the inside, and you can probably see it here marked on the outside there of what the maximum fill level is. I have a chuck roast. We're gonna do half of the chuck roast in here and half of it in the Instant Pot, and we're gonna double check it at the end, and we're gonna see which one's better, if one is better than the other. But let me give you guys some close-up shots of the Cosori real quick. So to give both of these a good test, we're going to turn on the saute function, and I'm actually going to use this to brown each of the chuck roasts. So we're going to turn both of these on, let them start preheating, and then I'm going to add a little bit of lard in here that I can use. You can see the Cosori is preheating and shows when it's cooking and when it's on keep warm. The Instant Pot does not show this, so that's all right. Here's our chuck roast. I'm going to get this all prepped. This is a beautiful chuck roast. When you buy a chuck roast, look for this internal fat. You have these big white pieces running here, but make sure you find that internal fat. We're gonna split this in half so we can do both pressure cookers. I'm just gonna put salt over the top of this because that's gonna help pull some of the moisture out so this browns really nicely in each of the pressure cookers. And I'm gonna add some black pepper as well. Once these are heated up, you can see the fat is melted. They're nice and hot. They say they're ready. We're gonna put these in and sear on both sides. You can see the Cosori is showing a time. It's showing it's cooking and it has to keep warm. The Instant Pot just shows that it's on. So it's a bit of a difference there. Add some more salt to the other side. We're gonna brown this side of the chuck roast. We're gonna flip them over, saute the other side. So far, they're performing the same, but you can see the Instant Pot is getting a little bit of this brown coating on the bottom. Maybe that'll make a difference. We'll find out. So there's our Cosori, and there's our Instant Pot chuck roast. And we're gonna add a little bit of garlic powder, about a half a teaspoon on each one. This is optional, but I like putting about a teaspoon of horseradish on top of each of these. You just pat it down over top of the meat. If you're sensitive to it, don't use it, but I really like the flavor. So we're gonna add that to each. We're gonna put 1 cup of a beef bone broth in each of these. That's what's going to give us the liquid to help bring this up to temperature. And once that's in, we can go ahead and put the lid on. You can see the Cosori lines up orange dot with orange dot and then twists to lock. Instant Pot has a little locking mechanism on the back. You line up and turn it. Then we're going to turn each of these to pressure cook on high, and the Instant Pot takes a while because you have to go 1 minute at a time, get it up to 1.5 hours for about 1.5 pounds here. And you don't have to do anything. It will start on its own. The Cosori shows you the time. It actually moves in 10-minute increments, so this went much faster. That's nice. Put it on 1.5 hours, and then you press start, and it will show you it's preheating. This is where you release the steam on the Cosori. It's just a little slide, and it's out of the way of the steam vent, which I really like because your hand is not next to the steam. Over here on the Instant Pot, there's a button you push, but you're right next to that steam vent, and then you pull it this way if you want to put it back on sealed again. So the Cosori actually started first pressure cooking, and the Instant Pot we're still waiting. Now that's about a 2-minute difference, but I actually started the Cosori second, so that's interesting. Once everything is done, it's been sitting on keep warm for about 15 to 20 minutes. We can take both lids off after releasing the pressure. Here's the meat in the Instant Pot and the Cosori. Now it's time to taste. All right, y'all, this is the head-to-head battle, Instant Pot versus Cosori pressure cooker review. I'll tell you, if you guys haven't seen, I did the air fryer video with chicken wings. I'm gonna make sure to put that on the end screen here. One of my favorite things to do in a pressure cooker, and I think one of the best tests of a good pressure cooker, is a really good chuck roast, pot roast. The same chuck roast, I did half of it in the Cosori, and I did half of it in the Instant Pot. Now, Ash does not know which bowl is which. And just give us your honest feedback if they are the same, if one is better than the other.
They, I will say, like, looks-wise, they both look about the same. Smells like heaven. It's a tough job being the official Chris Cooking Nashville taste tester. But
that's right.
Somebody has to do this job. Okay. All right, well, that's delicious. I mean, that's awesome. Taste the other one. Okay, they are different.
Yeah. That's the other thing. We may need to go back and forth with a few bites because different pieces of the meat may be slightly different based on the fat content. So
they are both definitely different. They taste like they are seasoned the same, though.
Yes,
I definitely don't feel like there's any taste difference in the seasoning. It's kind of tough. They're both pretty good.
It's tender, it's beefy, it's very, very good.
Yes, it's super good, flavorful. The suspense is killing me.
This one is a little beefier, and this one is a little more tart.
Yes.
Texture-wise, though, you put both of them on my plate and you didn't tell me they were from 2 different pressure cookers, I wouldn't know there was a challenge going on.
They're both delicious. Beefy, delicious. It was this one. This is good. This is basically tender, juicier, and has more flavor. That's definitely the winner. It just tastes better.
The texture is the same, but number 2 tasted beefier to me, and it tasted like it had more of the juice, the beef juice flavor in it.
Yes.
They're both very, very good.
2 out of 3.
She's just hungry. She's just
I just want to eat.
She's
I'm just
looking for
excuses
to have
to taste test and dive in. It's this one.
Well, my initial reaction was exactly the same. The small bowl here, that side of the plate, is the Cosori.
Really?
Yeah. Large bowl here is what I have been using for us for a very long time. That's the Instant Pot. So they both do a very good job, but the Instant Pot was a gift. We've had that for a long time, and we've loved it. We use it all the time.
Yeah.
Make the dogs food, and that's what I use to help make her food. Don't anybody feel bad for this dog. She gets bites of things, and she has her food homemade.
That dog lives a cush life. Don't feel bad.
We use it all the time. We love the Instant Pot. If I was to go buy one of these brand new, I think I would go with the Cosori. To be honest, I mean, you guys saw the panel on the front. There's a few features on it that I like a lot on the Cosori. There is a start button, so you know when it starts. It has a little light that comes on that tells you it's preheating, and then it tells you with little lights when it cooks, so you can see progress. I find it easier to use. The Cosori is
more
just
user-friendly?
It's a little more user-friendly. It just communicates to you a little bit more what it's doing. The buttons are nice on it. It seems well built. So I actually started the Instant Pot first when I was trying to bring them up to pressure, and then I went to the Cosori and started it on pressure cook, and the Cosori actually came up to temperature and started pressure cooking faster. I wonder if the Cosori is, 1, doing a better job of conducting heat.
Yes.
2, it's holding the pressure better. I'm not sure. This is just me spitballing, but it's not that I care about the 2 to 3 minutes. It's not that big of a time loss. That's just my concept, which would explain maybe why the texture is juicier of the Cosori meat as opposed to the Instant Pot meat, because when you keep it more consistent like that, it doesn't seize meat fibers and then relax, and then seize meat fibers and relax, so it's not squeezing the juice out.
Which makes a lot of sense, because if it's the same cut of meat, and if it's, seasoned the same, and then cooked just in different pots. Yet there's a difference. I mean,
I think it's a winner. So I think honestly we'll probably be swapping out our Instant Pot for the Cosori. Their air fryer was very impressive when I did the wings.
Those chicken wings you made in that air fryer are the best chicken wings I've ever had. They were so good.
Right, and I totally agree. They were the best I've ever had too. Their pressure cooker, at least on this initial cook, this has done a fantastic job too. Guys, I'm going to put a link down below. You can go check out the pressure cooker. If you're in the market for a pressure cooker, I would really highly recommend the Cosori. It does a great job. And honestly, on keto and carnivore, pressure cookers are really nice for easy family meals. Like, they throw chuck roasts on sale. You go get a big chuck roast and you throw it in a pressure cooker just like I did, and you have a whole bunch of meat to feed a family. Or it also is really good for leftovers. You can like do it for yourself and have like chuck roast ready to go in the fridge. You just pull it out, heat it up gently so you don't overcook it, and you just have really good beef like right away. We're gonna sit here and eat some chuck roast, and I made fried buttery cabbage for Ash.
It's delicious.
And I've got some scrambled eggs, and we're going to enjoy our low-carb keto and carnivore meal, and we're gonna go hopefully get some rest because we both had long days. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of the links for Cosori are down below. Thank you, Cosori, for sending me both the air fryer and the pressure cooker. You guys rock. Your products rock. Man, they're really great. I hope that we get to work together again in the future. I'd love to try out some more stuff. And we just really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Thank you all so much. All of my links are down below as usual. Eat your meat. Love your life. This is Chris Cook in Nashville and Mrs. Chris Cook in Nashville. Ash Taylor, country artist extraordinaire. We're going to see you guys in the kitchen for the next recipe.
Bye. I want to eat.
Yeah, go for it.
Yep, I like to eat. That's good.